It's Super Game Sunday. I'm making some smoked pork belly tacos. Let's get into it.
Feel like an old railroad man riding out on the blue.
All right, so first things first, I'm the realist. Take your knife, score the top fat layer. We're not removing this, it's staying on. I'm gonna score it both ways. Once it's scored, gonna give it some olive oil on all sides. The olive oil is simply going to be your binding agent for your spices. And wash hands frequently. And your taco seasoning. Add your taco seasoning after your ranch is applied liberally. Hit all sides. Make sure you got it on there good. All right, smoking away. Gonna lay these on the smoker with the fat side up. And the reason for that is you want the bottom side to take on as much smoke as possible. The absolute maximum amount that way. Fat side to kind of hold it out. It's 11:09 a.m. on Super Game Sunday. It's gonna take a while. Not as long as a pork butt. There's no bone inside to hinder it, but it's gonna be a bit. Give yourself 5 hours just to make sure. It's I've had more than one night where I had to hurry, and there's a good chance you're not gonna get it exactly like you want it if you gotta hurry, if you gotta rush. So give yourself plenty of time when you make one of these. 11:09, I'd say this should be done and off the smoker by no later than 4. Game starts at 5:30. All right. Progress. They're going. Looking good. Oh boy. Bella's chomping at the bit. She's out here for some pork belly tacos. Hey, make sure you stay hydrated while you're doing this. I mean, you're out here slaving away over that hot grill. Gotta stay hydrated. All right, so I got that thing probed. We're sitting at about close to 80 degrees internal, and that's what it looks like. Still looking good. Smoke's dying down a bit. I'm gonna throw a chunk of wood in there. All right, so this style of smoker is by far my favorite. You get the flame is directly below what you're cooking, so it's grilled and smoked. I don't like pellets. I don't like any of that. I don't know what's in the pellets. I know what's in a chunk of apple wood though. Let's see here. We're still smoking good. Plenty of smoke coming out of there. We're at 129 internal. Shooting for about 140, then we'll pull it off there. We're at 138 internal. We're real close. Let's take a little look. Still smoking away. Oh man. Woo. All right, so I pulled it and it's off the smoker. It's been about an hour and 20 minutes since I put it on. I'm gonna go ahead and wrap these, get them ready to go in the oven. First, I'll start the oven. As low as the oven will go for the time. It is only 12:30, and the slower you cook this, the better it's going to be. And there's one of them pre-wrapped. I already wrapped the other one. All right, and there they are, wrapped, probes in. I actually turned the oven temperature up to 225. We'll start there. We're 147 internal, shooting for around 205. And at 2 hours in, we're at 151 degrees internal, just after 1. This is that time of it referred to as the stall. Every chunky, fatty piece of meat you ever cook will have a stall. The stall is real in this one. All right, at 204, so close to 3 hours in, we're at 176 internal. Reminder, we're shooting at around 205. That's gonna be where we pull them out. At 2:30 p.m., we're at 183 degrees. Stay hydrated. It's not easy to stay hydrated. And I know, cooking with wood, charcoal, boy, I'm destroying the environment, the climate. I'm doing all that, whatever. That's a raised bed. That is ash and coals from the last time I barbecued. I'll throw from this time I barbecued on top of that probably a layer of leaves, followed by a layer of mulch and compost. And that thing's about ready to go. I'm only a couple of inches from the top. We're at 187 degrees internal. It's 3 p.m. on Super Game Sunday. I turned the heat up a little bit inside the oven. And at 3:06 p.m., we're at 190. I can show you the temperature and I can explain the times. I can't tell you how good it smells in here, though. Words don't describe it. I mean, it knocked my dog out. So close. Old Bella's ready. All right, we hit 205 internal. That's what our pan looks like. I'm pulling the probe out. Gonna throw it in the microwave. Let it rest. It is 3:31 p.m. It's got to sit for at least 30 minutes. I've got a countdown timer set for 30 minutes. That's how long it needs to sit for. And the timer says we're done. We'll see what the actual product looks like. So I'm going to chunk this. That's how I do it. You do it however you'd like. Look at that. It's soft. It's buttery. It is going to be something. Kind of want to show you that smoke ring. Pretty proud of all that. Looking nice. You serve the end product up however you'd like. As for me, I'm going to throw a handful or two of that pork belly on there. On my tortilla. I'm going to drop some tomato on. I'm going to drop a handful or two of cheese on there. As much as I can possibly get. I'm going to mash that all together so it looks a little something like that. And then I'm going to drop it in a waiting pan of warm olive oil. When that cheese is good and melty on one side, I'll flip it.
Things are faster now, this train is just too slow. And I know I can walk along the tracks